Hey everybody, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. I'm Angela and welcome to my channel. I have a couple things I want to show you guys before we go outside. And last time I had a comment about the intro being good. This time I'm back to my kitchen. I thought of a good one. I was gonna pop out of my daughter's cardboard fort, but it was a little too small and I got stuck. But anyways, I'll have to get a bigger cardboard box. Maybe I'll do that again in the future because it sounded like a good idea until I tried to climb inside of it. Anyways, I got some more seeds. I can't help but keep ordering seeds. I also found a site where I want to get a couple grapevines, so I'll probably do a video on that later. And I don't think that they ship until December, so we'll see what I actually end up ordering. I want to have two more different types of grapevines. The one that I have out there right now is a red flame seedless grape, and it's kind of red and it's a little bit smaller grape. I also want a seedless Concord, and I don't know what kind of green one I want because I think that would look nice kind of hanging over an arch or something. But the seeds that I got, I haven't tried out this tomato one yet. Dr. Witches, I don't know how to say that name, but I've heard good stuff about those tomatoes, so we'll see how they do. I'm probably not going to plant these right now because it is the end of August, and even though it does stay pretty warm for a while, I'm going to plant some other stuff, so I'd rather save these for next year. I got some miniature white cucumbers, so those probably same story. My free seeds, I always get free, well, everybody gets free seeds when they order from Baker Creek, but some little lettuce, so I thought that was really cool. Maybe I'll try growing those in a window or something. Some carnations, and then corbachi peppers. I've never had these before, but they looked really cool, so I thought I'd give it a try. There is still one more type of seed that I want. It's the chrysanthemum melon, and I haven't been able to get any yet, so I'm keeping my eye on those. I am still harvesting stuff from my garden, not as much as I was earlier in the month and then last month, but my peppers, they look great, and I actually made something with them too. But these are my Buena Mulattas. They're spicy. The first time that I picked them, I guess they weren't on there long enough and it wasn't spicy at all, but these, I would compare them to a jalapeno. I haven't let them get any more ripe than this, but I've heard other people say that they're super spicy, more than a jalapeno. And then my Serrano chilies. These ones, some of them I kind of left them on there a little longer than I would normally like. I like to pick them when they're a little bit lighter green than that, but these are all Serranos, and I have 3 little plants. I'm not going to pull the plant this winter. I'm going to leave it and see how long I can grow it for. But with my chilies, what I don't use in something, like what I don't use fresh, I like to put them in the freezer. And I have a little cheese grater, so as I need them, I'll just use the cheese grater, and it works out really nicely. Or you can slice it, whatever. But the cheese grater, I like it if I'm just making something kind of small, like maybe just for myself. Then I did make some ceviche. Super excited about this. Not everything is from my garden, but the tomatoes, I don't know what kind of tomato the red one is, but the little yellow ones, if you can see that, I don't know. That's my cream sausage tomato, and it has kind of a more tart flavor, I've noticed. Maybe I just didn't have good luck with them this year. I don't know. I'm going to try them again next year because I do think they look pretty cool. And it would be nice to make stuff and have kind of a rainbow of colors in there. Also, I put Serrano chilies in here, just one, and I put one of the Buena Mulattas. The rest of the stuff, unfortunately, it's from the store. Also, I like to use shrimp, but I was only making one stop yesterday. The store that I went to didn't have shrimp, but they had that imitation crab stuff. So there you go, made some ceviche, and I'll add more avocado to it later, but it tastes really good. So super excited about that. You could totally tell that the tomatoes were homegrown. Does not taste like the store at all. It's delicious. But other than that, I think that's all that I really wanted to share with you guys inside. So let's go outside. I'm particularly proud of a couple areas back there. My bushel gourds, they're just totally loaded. So I'll show you that. And then a mystery melon, I have no idea what it is, but it's looking really good. So let's go outside and I'll show you. So we still got strawberries growing. I actually picked one from here the other day. Still looking good. This one we had an accident. The watering tube thing came out from the top and I didn't notice. Well, at least I still have a lot of good plants. This looks pretty healthy. This bed's still doing decent. Spider mites are trying to take over. There's my Buena Mulata pepper back there. Tiny little plant, but it didn't really get much sun. Now, bushel gourd. This is my bushel gourd. And it's really spreading out. I started pinching off some of the ends. Just because I want to have as big a fruit as I possibly can. If I could show you one in there. It's still pretty small, like about the size of, I don't know, an olive, but it's just loaded with them. More towards the end over here. Let's see, there's one there. There's 3 right there. There's another one. That one doesn't look like it's gonna make it, but I'll just leave it alone. So this plant, totally huge, first year that I've grown it. And I'm just gonna let it do its thing. These 2 beds back here are doing really well. Some corn. This is actually another bushel gourd that's coming out. And I do not know what this melon is. Nice to see there's still bees. Do a little close-up of that guy. There were actually a lot of bees out last night, which I was surprised to see them out so late. Yeah, you could see a melon in there. No clue what these are. It's not watermelon, I know that. There's a little tiny one in there, but just look at it. Corn's doing great. Still haven't cleaned up out here. Still pretty hot, so I'm only going to be out here a couple minutes. My pole beans didn't really turn out so well. Something keeps eating them. But look at that guy back there. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get a better shot. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. But there's one back in there too. And this thing is just loaded. And I'm just gonna let it go. See what it does. This bed I cleaned up a lot. There's some purple basil back there. And I gotta stake up the tomatoes a bit. These are all the tomatoes from cuttings. Some more corn. Really proud of the basil. Don't know what that is. Might be another zucchini. Kind of wanted the melons to grow up this, but I didn't spend enough time out here. This tomato plant looks like it's seen better days. I actually picked 3 big hornworms off of my plants yesterday. And look at how huge this tomato's getting. Oops, leaf got in the way. But it's huge. Banana plant peeking through over there. But still got some tomatoes ripening, so that's good. Got a couple more small zucchinis back there. But this plant, probably won't put one of these here next year. You're supposed to rotate your stuff anyways. Good idea, but it just wasn't the right space for it. So there you have it. Quick little update for today. It's still way too hot out there, so I'm probably not going to go out for a couple more hours. It's 90 something, but whew, it's too hot. But glad to see that the garden is still growing. I have a lot of stuff to cut down and throw in the compost, and I'm only going to compost what doesn't have spider mites on it, or any kind of, if it has any kind of weird infestation, which I think I've only had an issue with spider mites, it's not going in the compost. I don't want to risk it and then end up ruining that stuff, or they decide to go somewhere else in my garden. So that's something that I'll be working on. That one tower that I showed you out there where all my strawberries died, that was a bummer, but I hadn't noticed that the watering thing came out and I was gone for a couple days. So really sad, but I have another idea next year, the type of tower that I'm going to be using. But other than that, I think I'm going to eat some more of my ceviche. And if you can get your hands on some garden fresh tomatoes and really everything that goes in here, the onions, the cilantro that I forgot to go find in my garden. I have a little bit of it, but not a lot growing. But if you can get that all, so it's from like farmer's market, somebody's garden, organic stuff, that's my favorite, because I like being able to just go out there and pick my fruits or vegetables and just eat them and not have to worry about pesticides. The bugs, you flick them off. I don't know, I probably have eaten a couple bugs, but there's nothing like eating something fresh from your garden. So I'm gonna cut up another avocado. I got my tapatio, my tostadas, and I'm gonna enjoy my ceviche. I hope you guys enjoyed the little tiny update video. There wasn't really much to it this week, but I do have some projects coming up. It just needs to cool down first. And then I'll be showing you guys what I have planned, and I'll show you from start to finish some of the things that I'm gonna be making. It's gonna be exciting. Next spring is gonna be definitely start to really exciting season. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, do hit the subscribe button. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget the little bell thing wherever it is, and you get notified when I do more uploads. If you guys have any tips for me, I'm all ears. Leave it in the comments and I'll reply to you guys. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.